Hey friends, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Today, we're changing things up. We're going to use a pretty minimal setup, just a guitar and then the SP404. I've been working on rebuilding my Dallas rig or Dallas setup, and I need a break from all the crazy cabling and all that type of stuff. And honestly, sometimes the creative limitations of having just a sampler that comes with its own workflow and all that type of stuff and just an instrument really can bring something interesting out of it. Let me show you what I got. I have just on the input effect, just the Fender twin style amp, and then we've got the Jazz Master. Now this, if you play guitar, is in B standard, so it's like a baritone tuning. So there's a couple riffs we can do. I think what we're gonna do is jam a few ideas, kind of figure out a couple of things, but I really like this one. I like that one a lot. We have to kind of see how that works with some drums and stuff. But what we're going to do is just record some into the looper and then choose kind of whichever one we want to do. I also have some drums. I've been working at a music school teaching, and I have the studio room because I do production and guitar. So I actually sampled some drums with Koala just on the iPad mic. So let's shut off the reverb. So we have this. That might work. But I also did some one-shots, a kick, this little snare roll, these rim shots, and then I have some. So that should work for our drums. But what I want to do is just go 89 BPM and get the metronome on. And let's just record in a sound and see what we get. Whoop. We're already off to a bad start with that sample, so we're going to restart it. Okay, here we go. And let's not do reverb yet. Let's see what we want to add later. That should work. I kind of want to play them a little sloppy and stuff. I like that because when we can start adding the drums, all those little imperfections are going to work together in very interesting ways. So let's put that onto a pad. Let's add some reverb. That could work. All right. We'll do that one, and then let's do a couple other sounds. I might actually. I'm going to redo that one time, but I'm going to save that. Let's just re-record that real quick. Shut off the reverb. One more time. It's just a little sloppy. It's a little cold in here, so my hands are still warming up. So bear with me, but we'll get there. I went with the hardest riff that I thought of first because I want to get that one done, but not always the best when you're not super warmed up. All right, here we go. And it started recording. Let's do that one more time. That's perfect. Okay, we're going to put that one on 4. We'll keep that because it might be nice to have. See, we can get a stereo effect. I like that stereo effect, actually. Having the 2 different ones, that could work really well. All right, now that we've got that one done, though, let's think of another riff. We could do something like. I like that. Let's do that one. I like that. Okay, perfect. We're gonna put that one in. I'm not gonna do the stereo thing with this one because I'm getting lazy. And I think we'll do one more riff. What do you think? One more riff? That's what I'm thinking. We'll try one more. Let me delete that because we can always chop these things up and get some really interesting combinations or something too. Oh, what's up, PsychRock? Looks like switch back to the original name, Reason or Reese1? Which one? But okay, I'm gonna think one more riff. Let's do one more. That could be cool, more of a ballad style. Yeah, let's try that. Whoop. Hold on. I want to go to the 10 before we go to the 12. Okay, one more time. Here we go. Those Jazzmaster pickups get that hum. That could work though. I don't like that hum, but I'm not going to redo that. All right, real quick, we're going to shut off external source, take out the guitar for now, and I have the headphones under it, so I gotta do that. But here we go. Okay, so this might also be the first live stream back from the holidays. So how's everybody been? Hope you had a great time off. Well, did you get any new gear? I got a couple things. I actually got a new electric drum set, so I'm stoked to get that set up because like I've been doing these little one shots at the studio, so I was like, okay, it's time to get some drums because I really want to start getting like this loop that I made on the drum set. I need to get better, but the only way to do that is practice, so that's why I got that. And it's funny, after years of finger drumming, my brain knows what it wants to hear on the drums, but I can't quite get all of the different limbs to do the different parts and stuff. Anyways, let's see what we've got. So I like that one. I'm just trying to figure out which part we want to start with. Where's that other riff? Oh, did we not move that other riff yet? Let's move that riff here. I kind of like that one. I like that one though. I think we're going to use that one. Okay, so from here, I'm going to just put this on a pattern. We're going to get out of the looper. Now, the reason I was doing the looper originally, if I wasn't doing a ton of different riffs and deleting it, I was thinking we could kind of just build an idea from there and then recreate it in patterns, which we've done before. But that's all right. I'm not going to do that because I already deleted all those patterns. So we're just going to go into the pattern mode and that'll work just fine. So we're in I. Hopefully there's nothing in I. There's not. Okay, so we're working at 89 BPM. So I'm going to drop there. And for some reason, I don't have the click track. So hopefully we get that. It's been a minute since I've used the SP. So it's going to be fun kind of remembering its interesting little workflow, shall we say. But I do love the SP404. I just want to make sure. Let's see. Hopefully we get the click track. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to up the quantize completely because the first thing we're going to do is put in the guitar loop. Perfect. Okay, I really like that beat. I want to just figure out. Let's try it without any quantize, or maybe just a little bit. We'll be brave and try just a little bit of quantize. But before that, Reason says both Reason and Reason. Nice. Okay, perfect. Then that makes it easy. Anna says Happy New Year. I'm getting my late present on Tuesday. Getting a polyend synth. Nice. I got one of those too. I actually did. I don't know if you saw it, Anna, but right before Christmas, I did a review of polyend synth, or a first impressions. I'm working on a review. Awesome little synth though. Really like it. I'm planning to do a live set with these two because I really like the idea of live performance on top. And then I've got on next Saturday a MIDI tutorial for using it to get, because the one thing that's a bummer on that is you don't get a pattern sequencer. You get a sequencer, like a step sequencer, but you don't get a pattern sequencer. So if you want to do mutes and stuff like that, MIDI's the way to go. But that's awesome. Congrats. That'll be awesome. All right, so let's go here, and I'm going to set the quantize to 1/8 with a low strength. Okay. See, that's why I almost didn't want the quantize at all. You can hear it's moving those drums a little bit. Okay, I actually think we're going to do it no quantize, and maybe we'll just lock in TR rec mode the first and the last kick and snare. That's sometimes a better way to do it. So let's try that. I'm gonna shut off quantize almost completely. Yeah, I like that. Okay, perfect. Now, one thing is we need a little reverb on that guitar. It almost sounds like bus 2 is getting hit with that reverb. That's crazy. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. Let's see what happens. That sounds better. That was weird. I don't know if you guys caught that, but it was sounding like everything was running through that that reverb, and the drums are all set to bus 2. All right, now we need to grit this up a little bit. And we need hi-hats. Okay, let's get some hi-hats on there. Now these, I think we will quantize. I don't like to have too many things off quantize. Then it starts to really get chaotic. So if the main drum and kick and snare are off, I typically want the hi-hats on, or vice versa if we're doing it around the other way. We won't do total though. And I think I'm gonna shut it off for a second because I want to do. I like that. Okay, so maybe we don't want that much quantize, because if I do quantize, that little swing might not come through. So I don't know if we'll do that. Reason says I didn't get any gear for Xmas, but I got it just before, so I can't complain. Yeah, I mean, you got the P6 right before, right? So it's all good. How are you finding that P6? You still digging it? Let me know, man. All right. So I want to turn quantize off more, and I think we'll go to 16. Put it there, and let's see what we got. Let me see if we still get 16 velocity. That works. Alright, let's get that kick off. And let's pan this to the right a little bit. Actually, let's do left. I always gotta have my hi-hats on the left. And then I'm gonna drop the volume a little bit. That should work. And then this crazy reverbed rim can go down a bit. And then this one too. Oh, that's interesting. So Ando in the chat says, I have the SP404 Mark II, but I'm adding an SP404A shortly for running longer samples and beds when doing live meditative ambient. Does that... I don't think the A has any longer sample time, does it? I thought the Mark II had the longer sample per pad, but maybe, do you mean because you're performing on the Mark II? That's really interesting, though. I'd love to hear more about that if you want to share it. I really would like to get the OG SP404 to have as like a compressor at the end. I'd also I really love the SP404 Mark II, as you probably know. So I kind of want to get more of the history of that. And even like a 202. The P6 kind of stopped me from getting the original 404 because I was like, well, I got the sample rates and all that type of stuff. So I held off. But yeah. Okay, let's go in and I'm gonna go into that TR rec mode. I'm gonna fix up a couple. Okay, that one's mega off, so let's go here. We're gonna change the start time, make it really late, and drop the velocity a little bit. I love, after I kind of get the main beat that I've got, I like to go back in and change velocities a little bit, move things around. Kind of as if you had the MIDI, you know, on like a DAW, you can go in and then change things. Like here, I kind of want, let's see how this sounds. Almost want to try a substep here. I never do substeps on the kick, but let's try it. Nope. Yeah, it's like, nah, I was thinking it. All right, and this one I think we need to get the velocity back up. And here I think we need to fix the kicks a little bit. I'll get the chat's buzzing. I'll get there in 1 sec. Hold on. Yeah, we need more kick. Oh, and the start time's off. That's why. Let's see what we got there. I almost want it on the 8. All right, we'll put it back. I want that metronome off. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got. I know this is a little tedious. This is kind of that fine tuning you want to do to really get it where you are hearing it. Let's do something like this. A little lower velocity there. And then one there. Lower velocity there. even lower velocity there. And then I think we need to go into this. Or maybe just drop the volume on those snare rolls. Let's go super quiet. Let's do 7. 6. That's perfect. All right, so lots of chat. Let me get over to that chat and then we'll continue with this. I think we're gonna make a beat or a bass with sound generator, and then we'll probably bring the guitar back. I should have unplugged it because we'll do a lead in the end, but that we'll do live when we do the jam. So we've got a ways to go before we get there. All right, so quickly before we keep going, let me get to the chat. Reason says, also got the mini freak in November, love that thing. And I love the P6 because I kind of use it to work on just 1 or 2 jams as opposed to the 404 that you can work on so many at once. Yeah, you really are limited with how much sample time and sample pads you have. I definitely get that. Reason also says, I've had all the SPs, the Mark II is unbeatable, but they each have their own unique things that might make them worth grabbing. Yeah, also just kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's an expense, so it's not something I can get it quickly. Like, it's a long-term thing, but I kind of, since I love the SP so much, I kind of want to have that lineage almost and just kind of get an understanding of, like, an actual tangible understanding of where it came from to get to here and all that stuff. Beat Mo says, any great tips for performing live with the 404 Mark II and Poly and synth? More like any application ideas. So in terms of like actually playing live, I talked about that a bit in the first impressions. If you just head to my channel after this, it's on the channel, like the pinned video. But a lot of what I was doing for the moment was really using the SP as a looper. I'd go in the live looper and I'd make a live drum because I really like the wonkiness of, you know, just like performing no quantize. And then I'd play every part on top of that with the, you know, the 3 different synths just live. And I really like that. Now it's very limited in terms of the complexity of the track you're doing, but you can also sample in and overdub on the loops to kind of free up what your hand is doing there. I really like that. And then what I'm thinking more of doing is not just the live looper, but actually pattern sequencing. So recording sounds in, sorry, that light, I apologize. This shed, I have a shed, that's what I'm working in, the little studio I'm in. It is not in the best spot, but you know, we make do with what it is. Oh, you meant more like a DJ set. I don't know, man. How are you planning to use the poly and synth in a DJ set? That would be my question. Are you going to perform on it? Or are you thinking of trying to send MIDI? Because I don't typically send MIDI out from the SP. It's something you can do. The poly and synth does receive MIDI really well. So that's something if you want to do that. But other than that, I'm not sure. I'm not a DJ. I make beats and stuff and then play them live. But I'm not sure how you'd want to incorporate it unless you plan to play on top of it. Which would just be play on top of it, right? But yeah, if you want to clarify more, like if you have a thought of it, let me know. All right, we should probably get back. Oh yeah, Reason says get the SP55, man, or 555. Yeah, I know they all look cool. Like I'd love to get all of them, but the 202 with that sound design stuff is what really intrigues me to start with. Yeah, all right, let's keep going though. From here, we have our hi-hats. We have some other. We have some other sounds. Maybe we should add a little. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in. And we're gonna lower those, don't worry. I'm kind of just adding sounds that then over time will bring in as we sequence. I always like to just have a ton of different sounds on here. Yeah, maybe we can throw in something here too. If we go to that if we pan that to the right, because the other one was panned to the left. Yeah, let's put that in too. Bait Insopo says, but isn't the SP202 the P6? I mean, not really. The 202's got that really interesting pitch, and then all of the different sounds with the sample rates. I mean, I definitely think they have a little bit of a different sound. It is, the P6 is very much like it. That's why I've kind of like, well, the P6 kind of held back all of my wants to buy these things, but I think there's something to be said about the originals, right? Just gonna put these quietly. They just kind of emphasize and bring everything in a little bit more. That's perfect. And we still have 404. Let's just see what it sounds like with cassette sim and 303. Okay, that's better. I like that better. Let me know if, because these bring a lot more volume, so if my voice sounds a bit down, let me know. I'll change the settings around a little bit. But I know the last live stream we did, there was some volume issues, so I wanted to make sure this was a bit louder. But let me know if you want it louder, lower, whatever. Because I can't hear what you guys are hearing. I just hear through here, so. Okay, that's coming together nice. And it's got a drop. No worries. Thanks for hopping on. Let me know how you get on with the Poly-N synth. It's a really cool synth, so you should have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, have a good one. Okay, that 303, we got to see the settings because it's bringing all that reverb up. Yeah, that's not even much compression, but that sounds really good. We might add just a little noise right before we start playing the jam, but I think that's pretty much where we need that. Yeah, that open hat just kind of brings it back. The one thing that's bugging me is that kick at the end. I just want to fix that kick. Yeah, that's better. It was the kick not hitting when that little 8th fret on the guitar when I do that slide. So now that's better. Okay, let's do a little sound generator. I think we'll do... Now this is of course going to sound terrible until we get a filter on it. And I still, for some reason, I think it's because of getting the P6 and then getting the Poly-N synth, but I'm still on 4.04 or 5, so I still have that resample bug. So if we run into that, that's why, but it won't be a big problem. That's that crazy sound. So we're playing, let's see, that riff is B, so we might as well set it to B. Is that? Yeah, let's shut the reverb off. I know that sounds terrible right now, but just hold on. Let's put that there. Okay. Let's get a little filter and we'll add an LFO that's doing maybe, let's try a quarter with just a little depth. This is gonna just move the filter a little bit. Hear how it kind of goes, whoa, whoa. Let's go slower on it actually. Let's do like 1. Perfect. And then we'll do, I typically like to throw Juno chorus on without the noise. It does make it a little stereo, which can be a problem in the long run, but that's fine. And then over on bus 3 and 4, let's see if I have any. That's not bad. Let's go there and yeah, we need to get that bass back though. go. And then let's go over to bus 4. That should work. All right, let's resample that and hope we don't hit that bug. All right, that should do it. So here the original. Not very good. There's a much better one. If we want to or need to, we can also add like a sub bass with a sine wave or something. Yeah, Reason says it's just the process. The synth always sounds bad at first. Yeah, you're right, but you never know. If someone new is watching and listens, that's not the most pleasant sound. So I do always have to give a little caveat. So let's play the track and hear how this bass sounds. I gotta find my notes. So we're playing, I gotta think, because we're in, that's in drop B. So we played 12, so that would be B, E, what is that? A? B, E, A. Yeah, I might need to actually put it to C for my own, but let's do, maybe we can do a chord or a key, actually. This is where I always get slipped up when it comes to doing this. So let's go. Let's try major. Let's try minor. There it is. Okay, so we've got it. So I just need to record that in. And I almost think it still has a little too much high end. I wish we had per pad filters like we do on the P6, because that would be so much better. But we don't, so we're gonna just make do with what we have. That should work though, I think, with the volume down a little bit. It's still really loud compared to that guitar. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's get the bass in, and then we'll just go from there. It's not recording though. Okay, well that's fine, because I was hearing a weird sound anyway. So let's go pattern sequencer, record. Here we go. That's probably why I did not hit that. All right, let's do, because that's a pretty simple riff. Let's do 8th, and we'll turn on the quantize a little bit. Let's do like 69 or 70. There we go. All right. Now when I shut the metronome off. Okay, perfect. I want to hear something though, because man, when I hear that guitar, it is there. There's like a little note. It's messing with the bass a little bit. I guess we'll just leave it. And oh, we got to change. I was like, that reverb is crazy on the Busmaster, but that's because we had this crazy effect chain that we don't need. So if we put the one we had on back, that's way better. That works. I think the lo-fi was just bringing up those sounds a little bit. Alright, and that's about where I want that track in terms of the pattern. Now we have to kind of think about arrangement and then maybe a lead on top. I want this to be pretty messed up, so I'm gonna, like in terms of distorted and stuff, as the SP does it best. So I'm gonna mess with the drive. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll work. We don't want catch. Catch is not fun. I'm gonna put a little hiss on. Normally I don't mess with these this much, but I do want it to be pretty gritty. So we'll do that, and then it's so funny, the wow and flutter on the 303 sim is crazy. There's like just a number, as soon as you hit that, it's just gonna go nuts. But other than that, it's pretty calm. That works. Last thing I want to check out. I wonder if there's so much reverb on this sound. And I wonder if we chop it up a little bit, add some envelope to it. Maybe that'll tame that reverb. That's better. Because this thing's got a ton of reverb. The other thing we'll do is on this one, let's add a little attack. That should work. Yeah. Ooh, I kind of want that one in too. Yeah, I like to have a ton of percussion sounds that I can kind of bring in and out kind of whenever I want it. You can hear that hiss now. I might lower that on the tape. That's a lot. It comes in quick because it's getting so compressed by the 303 sim. So let's shut off the quantize, and I'm going to put it on rehearsal. Okay, so this guy's kind of just there, going off time a little bit. We shut off quantize. I want this just quiet. We're just adding kind of ghost grooves, basically. Real quiet in the mix and just kind of there to add something every so often. Reason's got to bounce, no worries. Thanks for hopping on. Have a good lunch. Yeah, we're almost done. I mean, the jam's basically done. I need to just arrange it. So yeah, we'll arrange it and then we'll do some live guitar on top. But yeah, awesome. Thanks for hanging out though. All right, now we need to start thinking about arrangements. So I typically like to just kind of build a song up, have a B section. I wonder too. I'm seeing, because I think this can kind of be our B section actually. We did everything in 89, and that's why I was like, let's do everything at the same BPM, because you never know. That won't work. Well, I mean, it could be a bit of a chord change or something. Let's, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will, actually, let's just record it straight on its own. Let's make a B section. I'm going to put it up on 4. I like to usually start my B sections on 4. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to put this to 100%. Oh, I wanted it to be 4 bars though, but that could work. Let's go in here and we'll duplicate the pattern. Because maybe just that 2 chord might be a nice B section. That might work. It might be better as the full thing, though. I'm debating. Let's do it as the full one. Let's do 4 bars. And this thing is just crazy. Like, I'm curious, do many of you or does anyone in the chat actually use, when you're making the tracks, more than 4 or 8 bars? Because it's crazy how easy it is to go past 4 and 8. And I mean, I never do that. I just duplicate it later. So I'm curious if anybody does do those larger bars when they're actually making their track. Let's hear when that comes back, if that's going to work. Yes, it will. So that will be a nice B section. So we will do that. I'm going to add some drums, though. Just a more simple drum beat than the one in that. Let's do... I'm going to keep the quantize on. This is going to be a simpler one. Actually, I don't want that. That'll work. Okay, cool. So we'll have that as kind of a B section. We might do one. Let's move that over and we'll only bring in that guitar because that might actually be a pretty cool transition from the full track. All right, now we're going to start thinking about building the track. So we have our B section. We've got our main section. So we'll start with, what is the guitar? I think it's 8. Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. We'll do just the guitar. And then we'll go guitar. Let's not do those snares yet, but we'll put on that. We don't want the bass yet either. Let's hear what that sounds like. All right, perfect. And then we'll make a B section of that, or not a B section, but an alternate of that. And in TR rec mode, we will just go and shut off all of these. Oh, I'm totally in the wrong one, actually. I'll move that and copy it one more time. Here we go. All right, play that. Get all the way to 4. There we go. Let's get a little substep. And we'll do some velocities too. There we go. That'll transition right into the next part, which we'll do where we add the bass. Oh, we need to copy from the original source. And we'll get all of those sounds. And then where are our hi-hats? Yeah, let's just do that. That'll work. I don't hear the snares though, do I? They're definitely not there. Okay, so I must not have hit the snare. So one more time. We'll just move everything over actually, so that just makes it easier. Perfect. And then go to the B section. Maybe we need the drums there. So we should do a bit of a transition though. Check our start times. Oh, it's doing sub-steps. So I was like, why is it so crazy? Okay, let's hear how that transition works. It might not be the best B section transition. I'd have to think about a transition a little more. But it can work. The other option is we just kind of drop everything out but the bass and the drums. And that always works too. But I think we'll just go with that for now. And then what I typically like to do with these live streams is use this as kind of my idea stage. And then when I finish a track, I go in and I like finish it either on here or move the stems into a DAW, something like that, and then I kind of finish it doing a lot more variations and things like that. I like that workflow, and if you can't move the stems, you can always stem split. That works really well as well. All right, let's go though and see if we can get a little lead on top. Okay, that's I want the beat playing though. Little reverb. Wow, that is loud. Let's not do that. I'm gonna add a little 404. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I think we're about going to call it there. If you got any questions about SP workflows, anything like that, go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm going to just kind of do a more simplified jam for this one. Kind of get back into the live streaming in the new year. What we've got coming up on the channel now, next week will be a Poly and Synth MIDI tutorial, and then I'm going to NAMM. So if there's anything you want me to check out there, let me know. But I'm going to do a live stream sampling sounds from all the stuff I get to check out, and then the week after that we'll do kind of a vlog talking about everything I saw. So if there's any gear you're interested in, let me know and I'll try to make sure that I get to it. But yeah, I appreciate you all hanging out. Like I said, if you got questions, throw it in the chat. These samples will all go up for Solar Sailor tier members, and then the jam goes up for everybody on the channel members. But that's the best way to help support the channel. So yeah, let's figure out this jam. I think we'll do a pattern chain. Start with the guitar, go in there, go to that, then go there twice. We'll go with that B section. Not my favorite, but that's all right. We'll do 2 of those, and then we'll just end it with that. Pretty short jam. I want to kind of build it a bit more and stuff, so we'll do that maybe with the channel members or something in a future live stream. But yeah, All right, with that, we'll mute. I'm just going to improv some guitar on top. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's been awesome hanging out with you, and I'll see you next time. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So there is a lot of potential in this track. I think we need to do a lot more variations on the patterns and build things up, take things back, do that sort of stuff. But I can hear a lot of potential. It's fun to jam on top of, and that's usually a good sign that I want to keep going with the track. Last little bit, I forgot to mention, I did post a poll. This has been awesome to see. I asked, how do you use the SP404 in your beat making? And 55% said everything is my main workflow. That's awesome. So are you doing samples? Are you throwing stuff in? After this ends, if you're watching this far, let me know in the comments. But yeah, pattern sequence, 15%, FX, 20%, live looper, 10%. So yeah, I like to see a lot more people are using this for beat making, because I see a lot on the Discord and things like that, you know, and Reddit and stuff, people talking about kind of not using it for everything, and it's just FX and stuff like that. And I think this is an awesome workflow. It's a little clunky. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once it clicks, like, it's just a jack of all trades. You can do everything, and that's why, like, this is my portable setup. I can go anywhere with the guitar, a cable, and the SP, and I can make beats wherever I want, and then I can finish them on here, move them to the computer, whatever. One thing I'd love to see, and it's something I'm going to talk about in an upcoming video, but we've got audio over USB. It would be awesome if we could get a sort of overbridge-like thing where we could send separate audio channels over USB. Like, I know there's way more sample paths than the Digitech, but being able to send bus effects as separate channels, or even just bus 1 and 2 and then the input effect, would drastically change what we could do in post, basically, like if we're sampling into the DAW. But anyways, if you want to learn how to make the most out of the SP404, I've got an SP cheat sheet, easy to reference guide for all things, all of the crazy button combos, all that stuff. The link is in the description, and channel members at the Sunsinger tier get it for free. But with that, it's been awesome hanging out with you. And yeah, we're doing live streams every other week now. So next week will be a video, and then the week after that will be the next live stream at 11 a.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.